pinning ceremony. I'm very happy that all of you can be with us tonight on this very special occasion. Each pinning ceremony has its own special meaning for graduates and for faculty. We are celebrating both the successful completion of the student's journey and the beginning of a new journey. In the new journey, our graduates will serve our community and society. They will promote the profession of nursing with competence, skill, integrity, and caring. We are also celebrating 4 adult students who have each been nurses for over 10 years and have chosen to come back to school to complete their degree, and we commend them. The tradition of the nursing pin is just that, a tradition that originated in the Nightingale School of Nursing in St. Thomas's Hospital in London. Florence Nightingale was awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the soldiers in the Crimean War and chose to present her best graduates with medals. It has subsequently become a tradition for all nursing school graduates to receive a pin. The Francis Marion University Department of Nursing pin signifies our core values: knowledge, competence, and caring. We know that you, the graduates, will wear this pin and represent the profession and our department with integrity, pride, and honor. It is my pleasure to introduce our special guest this evening for this occasion, Dr. Fred Carter, President of FMU. Also with us tonight is Dr. Richard Chapman, Provost of FMU, Dr. Peter King, Associate Provost, Mr. Travis Knowles, Assistant Provost, and Mr. William Coleman, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Fred Carter will provide us with opening remarks.
Thank you, Ruth. Well, I'm ready to go this evening. First of all, let me welcome all the distinguished guests here this evening, parents, friends, and especially the graduating nurses here this evening. On behalf of Francis Marion University, I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone, and I want to begin by acknowledging the importance of this ceremony, which is held each year prior to commencement, and it's become a very, very important date on the university calendar. Tonight recognizes both symbolically and practically the extraordinary accomplishment on the part of these graduating nurses here this evening as they prepare to enter the most demanding of professions, nursing. As Ruth just told us, the origins of this pinning ceremony date back over 8 centuries to the very beginning of the nursing profession itself. And over the past century, the pinning of nurses has become a ceremony emblematic of entry into the profession. The pinning is always accomplished by the candle lighting ritual. Now, we do it here with batteries and bulbs rather than fire, and the State Fire Marshal is very appreciative of that. And finally, it ends with the recitation of the Nightingale Pledge, the act that links our graduates inextricably with generations of those who came before and with generations of nurses who will follow in their steps in the years to come. And the FMU pin itself, I have one here. It's strikingly beautiful. The pin depicts a golden lamp of learning resting on a book of knowledge set against a royal blue background with the name of the university and the BSN degree inscribed in gold. And of course, on the bottom of the pin are inscribed the core values expected of our graduates: competence, caring, and commitment. Now, tonight is a rite of passage for all of our new graduates. It's also a rite of passage for our graduation speaker, Dr. Sylvia Lufkin, who will be introduced more formally in a few minutes. 7 years ago, when we began conceptualizing the development of this program, we knew precisely who we wanted to establish it, to be the founding chairperson. We knew who we wanted to be the person who hired the faculty, We knew who we wanted to be the person who led the development of the curriculum. We knew who we wanted to be the person to establish the criteria for the admission of students. We also knew who we wanted to be the face of this program to the community, the state, and the region. We knew that we wanted Sylvia Lufkin. And she came. And with her wonderful and gifted faculty, she's done all of these things brilliantly. And one of the founding faculty members was Dr. Barbara Westfall, whose leadership has been felt at every phase in the design and implementation of this program and in the education of our student nurses. By the way, the ultimate proof of the accomplishments of these two professors and of this wonderful faculty sits right in front of you this evening, with these graduates prepared to take their places in the nursing profession. And make no mistake about it, I would place our graduates alongside the graduates of any program in the nation. And I would assure you that we would fare very well indeed. Well, Dr. Lufkin and Dr. Westfall are retiring at the end of this semester in just a few short days. And tonight I want to close by thanking them for their legacy to this program. By the way, that would be a legacy built upon competence, upon caring, and upon commitment. The charge that we leave our new nurses. But in thinking about it, I believe there is one additional action I'd like to take this evening as the president of the university. Dr. Whitman Price and Professor Kennedy, will you escort Dr. Lufkin and Dr. Westfall to the podium? You know, it seems most appropriate to me that the founding chairperson and a founding professor of a nursing program should wear in perpetuity the pin of the program that they founded. Madam Chair and Professor Kennedy, will you proceed with pinning Dr. Lufkin and Dr. Westphal? I would leave you with these thoughts. Many people over the years have opportunities to teach and participate in programs, but very seldom do people have the opportunity to truly found a program. Barbara and Sylvia, thank you for all you've done in establishing this program. And graduates, Godspeed to each of you and all of you as you prepare your new careers. Good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Carter. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Sylvia Lufkin. Dr. Lufkin has been a nurse for over 51 years. She has received her Bachelor's of Science and Master's of Science from the University of North Carolina. She completed her Doctorate of Education from the University of South Carolina. During her expansive and impressive career, she has been a nurse administrator, teacher, and clinician. She has served the community and the profession on numerous advisory boards at the local and state level. She has published and presented locally, regionally, and nationally. The past decade, she has dedicated her talent to Francis Marion University in order to make sure that the Department of Nursing is one of South Carolina's best. She is the founder and first chair and is beloved by all her students, faculty, and practice partners. For me, personally, she has been a wonderful mentor and an inspiration, and I will be eternally grateful. I am proud and honored to introduce tonight's speaker, Dr. Sylvia Lufkin.
Thank you, Dr. Price, for that kind introduction. I'm not sure I can speak now. I guess when you heard I've been in nursing for 51 years, your first thought is, well, it's about time she retired. Dr. Carter, members of the Francis Marion administration, distinguished guests, my faculty colleagues, families of the graduates, and members of the graduating class. It's a great privilege to be here on this very special occasion to recognize your successful completion as the 8th graduating class from this program. And I want to wish you well as you move forward in the profession. I struggled a bit with meeting the charge of the committee to talk about the history and challenges involved in starting this program, and my personal wish to focus on the special occasion that this represents for you as a graduating class. As often happens for me while driving down I-20 one morning about 6 a.m., I had an epiphany that I should focus on lessons learned in the life of the program that are applicable to your beginning your career in nursing. Since that time, I have wondered what would have happened if a patrolman had stopped me. How would he have responded to my, "Oh, officer, I am so sorry. You see, I was having this epiphany and I didn't realize I was speeding." I probably would be in a psych unit someplace to time instead of here with you all. Make no mistake, Dr. Carter's wisdom in starting this program has been life-changing for you and others in the PD. Those who now have access to a high-quality baccalaureate in nursing education program where no such opportunity existed before. The program was 20 years overdue from the perspective of original need for BSNs. Not only was the PD the only region in the state without a committed program to prepare baccalaureate degree nurses, but the numbers of such graduates practicing in our region was the lowest in the state. Now, you may wonder why that was a problem. And as a former nursing administrator, I can assure you that the availability of an adequate supply of well-educated, competent nurses is critical to the quality of care that can be given to patients in all healthcare settings. The fact that patients have better outcomes under the care of baccalaureate-prepared nurses has been confirmed through research in recent years. We're getting feedback from the agencies that employ our graduates that our efforts here have been very effective. We now have 260 FMU graduates as of Saturday, most of whom are working in the PD, a few in other parts of the state, one out of state that I know of, and then we have a small number who are in the military serving our country in other parts of the world. As we began the development of the Francis Marion Nursing Program, it was important to all our faculty that the program truly reflect Francis Marion University values and the values of the faculty. As one of our groups said, it should be a degree of difference. With that vision in mind, we set about developing a program that would graduate nurses who were not only competent in their knowledge and skill to care for those of all ages with physical and mental illnesses and to practice prevention, but who had caring hearts that would honor the personhood of each patient and family member encountered, and who would make their communities better places in which to live. Perhaps we might be viewed as a bit old-fashioned, but we realize that in the high-tech, short-term, and financially driven health system, it would be important for our graduates to be grounded in value-based practice. We sought and seek to inculcate into each graduate of this program such a strong patient-centered orientation to care that no change in the focus of healthcare can disrupt that commitment. A lesson learned. Have a vision and values. See the big picture. Share the vision and set about making that vision a reality. It will require hard work, sometimes more than you feel you're capable of doing. But reach down into your inner resources and you will find the strength that you need to get the job done. Nurture and support each other. All of us become weary of our tasks and need someone to re-energize the group. Another related lesson learned, we accomplish nothing alone. We are more effective and produce better outcomes when we work in teams. Gather a few colleagues who are committed to the vision. Diverse strengths and talents will complete the team needed to achieve your common goal. Another lesson we learned, follow your heart, follow your calling. We came together as a faculty because we believed in what we could create here. Every faculty member here, and not just nursing faculty, but other faculty on this campus, could be making a lot more money in other careers if money were the issue. But each of us has a passion to make the world better for the future, and we've chosen to do that through teaching. We were not unhappy in the jobs that we had before deciding to come here, but we shared the vision of creating this baccalaureate program to benefit the people of the PD. One of our faculty members even came out of early retirement to help us start this program. And I think that that speaks volumes about the commitment of our faculty to do this. You will be pulled in many directions in your personal and professional lives. Many of you decided to become nurses because you felt called to do something important with your lives, to make a difference. As you are challenged by living in a world that is fast-paced, ever-changing, sometimes uncivil or even violent, remember to dedicate at least some of your time and energy to making our world a better place. Another lesson, do what is right even if it seems impossible. In the early months of the program, we discovered that the satellite program, which was previously on this campus, was not being reaccredited. Boy, was that a shock. A huge shock to us. This meant that the transitional class in the program would not be graduating from an accredited program, and that the new FMU students would not be entering under continuing accreditation. As a faculty, we took on the additional responsibility of preparing for and undergoing an initial accreditation process. At the same time, we taught the last class of the satellite program and a first class in the new program. That was a lot of work. It certainly would have been easier to focus on the teaching of our new students and not take on all that extra work. But it would not have been the right thing to do for our students. Had we not become accredited, it would have negatively affected their futures in employment opportunities and opportunities to continue their educations. Do the right thing, even if it is at the cost of your personal time, energy, and goals. To do the right thing is a part of our ethical responsibility. I personally have learned a valuable lesson over the years, and that is nursing has a soul, and that soul is increased or diminished based on our demonstration of our values. Values of caring, altruism, autonomy, human dignity, and honesty. You've all learned about those. We are responsible as professionals to live those values every day. In the program, we review history of nursing, in particular to focus on the leaders who had the vision to work toward changes that have advanced nursing from an apprenticeship to a fully fledged profession with preparation in higher education. Remember the lessons that you've learned from that history. And I'm not going to launch off into a long discussion about the value of Florence Nightingale, so rest assured. The lessons that you've learned from that history have to do with lessons of self-sacrifice, commitment, standing for what is right, even in the face of censure. Lessons of using the intellect, ethical behavior, scholarly pursuits, and dreaming of a better future and working to create that future. The lesson that I would like to share in relation to that is honor our past, but don't get stuck there. Change can be uncomfortable. Some people even fear change and will try to block it, but don't let them influence you. Change is good. Without it, we would make no progress. From the beginning, this program has been about making changes to improve and produce better outcomes. We have implemented numerous changes in the curriculum, have more and new faculty. We've moved into a new building, hopefully. And we've acquired new equipment that assists us to be on the cutting edge of practice in nursing education. I congratulate faculty and students on your resilience in the first years of this program. Flexibility and the ability to accommodate to change is essential in life and work. Embrace change. Change will bring you new opportunities. I'm particularly excited about our most recent program changes. We have a new department chair who brings new opportunities for improvement and program growth. She's already supported faculty growth with the addition of new faculty and increased scholarly activity among faculty through publication and presentations at national meetings. She has developed a plan for a master's program at Francis Marion University that has been approved by our board and will go to the state for approval and hopefully for funding so that program can be started here. That program addition will have a profound effect on nursing and healthcare in this region. The RN to BSN program has been expanded to include off-campus programs to increase access to baccalaureate education to working nurses in the region. That program expansion is in synchrony with the Institute of Medicine's recent report recommending that by 2020, 80% of nurses in the United States will be baccalaureate prepared. I'm excited to have been able to move this program to Dr. Whitman Price's leadership and to have had the privilege to work with her as faculty for this past year. I value her as a colleague and the leader of this program, and I value this faculty immeasurably and thank them for their contributions to the development of this program. Graduates, Dr. Whitman Price and the faculty will need your help as alumni to sustain and grow what has been developed here. Your continuing support and nurture of the program will be essential to its health and growth in the future. I wish you every success as you begin your careers in nursing. You're ending a chapter in your life, but remember, every ending is a new beginning with new opportunities. Be the professional that you've been prepared to be and grab those opportunities. Make your contributions to positive change in nursing, healthcare, and in our world. Loving blessings to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Luskin, for your inspiring words. The next portion of our program is presentation of Students' Awards for Excellence. These awards are decided on by the course coordinator in collaboration with the clinical faculty. They represent students who excel in each clinical area as patient advocates and student leaders. I will now ask the course coordinators to present the awards.
Faculty and all my church wants to recognize Justin Randall Godfagan for his excellent in practice and consistency in performance.
It is my distinct honor and pleasure to present the Clinical Excellence in Mental Health Award to Abby Marie Shelley.
It is my privilege to present this award for clinical excellence in pediatrics for the nursing care of children to Chapel Timmons, and that would be for your dedication and conscientiousness in working with children.
Community Health Nursing Award is given to the student who best exemplifies expertise in the complexities of caring for individuals, families, and populations in the community setting. This year's recipient has generated positive comments and praise for her interest and enthusiasm for public health during her clinical rotations. I'd like to share just a few of the comments made by her clinical instructor, Mrs. Sandra Carmichael. During a communicable disease outbreak, she impressed members of the DHEC EPI team with her interest and knowledge. Dr. Brenner at the DHEC Central Office commented that he is encouraged that bright, interested nurses such as she are coming out of school to join the ranks of public health professionals. Her sensitivity and objectivity were observed at a clinic for the homeless and a school with vulnerable and special needs kids. She's able to see the needs of a larger group while meeting the needs of the individual. It is my honor to present this award to Michelle McCrae.
Lines, right? As always, this is a very difficult award to give because there's so many of you that do such a great job. But this year's recipient of the Clinical Excellence in Women's Health Nursing is given to Michelle Rogers.
Awards go to two pre-licensure students who have the highest GPAs and have been academically accomplished throughout our program. The first student with the highest GPA has been extremely active in our program and has been the leader of our Student Nurses Association. He and his peers participated in a pilot study just this semester using electronic reference books in the clinical area. They have paved the way for innovative learning for future students. This person has shown great leadership in our program and potential. I'd like to give the highest award to Mr. Brad Veazey. The second award goes to a person with also a high GPA and is a potential nursing leader, as always. She has demonstrated consistently excellent care to patient and high professional standards. She and Brad, as well as others, are now invited back to be among the first graduating class of our Family Nurse Practitioner program that will open soon. I am very proud to give this award to Jordan Bryant. We will now move on to the pinning of our graduates. The graduates' names will be called by Dr. Barbara Westfall, who will be retiring after this year, so we are proud to have her call the names. The pre-licensed graduates will be pinned by Dr. Sylvia Lufkin. The RN to BSN students will be pinned by their director, Dr. Regina Smeltzer.
Sarah Elizabeth Bean. Emily Jane Benson. Scott Black Bertram. Anna Elizabeth Bleasdale. Rebecca Ann Brown. Samantha Lynn Brown. Jordan Lindsay Bryant. Autumn Elise Durant. Caitlin Ann Furcana. Allison Brooke Finkley. Michael Anthony Jadguski. Australia Van Dyke Green. Justin Randall Goodbucket. College. Deanna Christine Harley. Brittany Elliott Jones. Mary Krista Kirby. Rachel Henson Lewis. Brittany Chandler Malloy. Nicole Massey. Michelle Shanice McCray. Lindsay Blair McKnight. Tamia Mazzaros. Kristen Elise Nobles. Vanessa Ann Powell. Michelle York Rogers, Jessica Marie Russell, Abby Marie Shelley, Layla Roseanne Scherer, Sarah Elizabeth Thurman, Chapel Tennille Timmons, Robert Bradley Beasy, Faith Marie Wilkes, and now we'll pin our RN to BSN graduates. Renata Browder, James Elvis, Cynthia Gainey, Rebecca Michelle Stone,
I would like all the nurses in the audience to stand up and help us recite the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity, to practice my profession faithfully, to abstain from whatever is deleterious or mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harm or trouble. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping, and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and to devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and after the ceremony, you are welcome to come back and join us for a reception with light refreshments in the nursing building. Dr. Chapman will close with the benediction.
Let us pray. Almighty God, as we close these proceedings, we ask your blessing on these graduates and on all those who give themselves to the service of others, that with wisdom, patience, and courage, they may aid the suffering, the friendless, and the needy. And now, watch over us, guide and direct us as we go our separate ways. In thy name we pray. Amen.